Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the grand finale of HCL Squash Tour India. Again, a very important day. We are ready for the one final battle. We are coming live from Savai Mansingh Stadium here in Jaipur. This tournament wouldn't have been possible without unwavering support of HCL Foundation, Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Center, The Whole Truth, the PSA World Tour, and the entire support team of Sudbi Mishra for working tirelessly hard behind the scenes. We have got both the finalists of the women's division. It's best versus best. It's India versus Egypt. It's Tanvi Khanna versus Noor Khafaji. We're going to have a quick conversation between both the players. The first question is for Noor. Again, Noor, being a very experienced player from Egypt, how that experience is going to help you in the finals, that too playing in India against a player like Tanvi?
I would say playing in Egypt makes you really experienced because we play a lot of international tournaments together, and since we were juniors as well, and we're all like the same level as each other, so we're all at the same level, and it's always very competitive, so you always know when you're playing a good opponent and when you're not, and yeah, it makes everything more exciting, and as well as you gain confidence and you be a lot more competitive at some way. But yeah, I think that's it.
The next question is for Tanvi. Tanvi will go back to the quarterfinals, a very intense match against Mena Walid. How do you think that match, that confidence is going to help you in the finals here? Because again, similar strategies?
I mean, they're both from Egypt, but they have different games, so it's definitely not the same strategy. But yeah, I mean, that was a really good match for me to win, and I was really glad to convert it, and definitely given me more confidence. So yeah, hopefully that'll help me today.
That's one final question to both of you. What can we expect for the finals? Because again, it's best versus best for the strategies. What's the mindset?
I mean, let's hope it's a really good match. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's it. That's the finalist of the women's division. It's Tanvi Khanna taking on Noor Khafaji from Egypt. To catch all the live action, stay tuned on SportWatt, HCL Squash and India Tour Federation. Thank you, everyone.
Well, it's finals time, and after 4 days of intense squash action, we are now down to the business end. A very good afternoon and welcome along to live squash coverage. I'm Surya Chandrasekharan, and this is the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026, coming to you live from the iconic Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. Well, let's have a recap of all the action between the two finalists here today. Well, after all that fantastic action in the semi-finals, we have seen Egyptian dominance throughout the tournament, and that has been highlighted with 3 out of the 4 finalists in the men's and women's category coming from the great country of Egypt, while Tanvi Khanna carries the Indian flag in the final day of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Coming to you live from the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur, this is the women's final between the number 1 seed Noor Kafuji versus the number 5 seed from India, Tanvi Khanna. Well, what a tough and arduous journey this has been for both these squash players, coming through some real difficult moments throughout this competition. And now we see the two best that we have seen here. It's Noor Kafuji taking on Tanvi Khanna. Well, we saw yesterday's action, Noor Kafuji taking on the number 3 seed Akari Midorikawa from Japan, and that promised everything, and it delivered. It was 4 games of intense squash action, which the number 1 seed took in 11-6, 7-11, 11-8 and 11-6. Well, Noor Kafuji had mentioned in her post-match that this is the player that she was most threatened about. Well, how well did Noor Kafuji do? Well, we saw that yesterday. Magnificent from the Egyptian, as the Japanese international couldn't cope. And as for Tanvi Khanna, well, she was the slight underdog against the number 4 seed Goji Juan from Malaysia. That promised everything and delivered, with Tanvi Khanna winning that in straight games, 11-8, 11-8 and 11-4. Fantastic to see Tanvi Khanna represent India in the HCL Squash India Tour Finals 2025-2026. Well, it really was intense in the semi-finals. The men and women putting on an absolute show, and that's why we're here in the finals. And may the best win. Well, a huge shout out to our partners who've made this tournament possible, especially Squash Rackets Federation of India, the Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Centre, The Whole Truth and PSA World Tour. And a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes who have made this tournament not just possible, but a huge success.
Hello.
Well, for those who are tuning in for the first time, we welcome you all as we have seen live coverage coming to you from the Sportwo channel, the HCL Enterprise and the India Squash YouTube channel. Plenty of avenues for the viewers at home to tune in to the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026 live at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. Well, Noor Kafuji is in black and Tanvi Khanna representing India in blue. Well, this has all the ingredients to be an absolute firecracker of a match. You've seen what these two are capable of, the journey that they had to go through to reach the finals. Great to see both of them fit and firing and ready to go here. Noor Kafuji won her quarterfinals in straight sets, had absolutely no issues against Pooja Raghu in the quarterfinals. And as for Tanvi Khanna, well, she had a more difficult task of going through the number 2 seed in Mena Walid from Egypt. She took that in 5 games in what was an epic quarterfinals. And in the semis, this was a lot more straightforward for Tanvi, while Noor had to go through Akari Midorikawa from Japan in 4 games. The women's final of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026 will be live very shortly, as these two players will go through their warm-ups and will be all but set for the start of the women's final. Noor Kafuji, 81th ranked as of March 2025 in the world. And as for Tanvi Khanna, she was ranked 69th in the world in September of 2023. She is a multiple medalist, picking up a gold singles in the 2019 South Asian Games in Nepal. She is no stranger to the big occasion. She has plenty of hardware in her cabinet to showcase what a tremendous squash player she is. But her work will be cut off against the first seed, Noor Kafuji from Egypt. Well, the warm-ups are all but complete here, and the action about to boil. The atmosphere here at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur is heating up. And after 4 days of intense action, this is what we were waiting for. The final day. The margin of error, absolutely none. It's now or never for these two athletes. Noor Kafaji, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 5 seed in this tournament, Tanvi Khanna. Tanvi's journey really difficult, coming across the number 4 seed and the number 2 seed to reach this finals. She will be the slight underdog here despite the wealth of experience that she had. That's only because of the quality and the experience that Noor Kafaji has shown throughout this tournament. She's been absolutely brilliant. She's been one to watch, and Tanvi Khanna would have kept an eye on how Noor would have played throughout this tournament, try and find out her strengths and weaknesses to try and exploit. Bet your money that Noor Kafaji has done the same here. The onus will be on Noor Kafaji as the number 1 seed, as Tanvi Khanna looks to upset. I'd like to welcome my fellow commentator Ritik to the box. Welcome Ritik, and this promises to be, well, an electrifying clash.
Yes, good afternoon, Suraj. Good afternoon to all the viewers who are joining us here for this grand finale of HCL Squash India Tour. Yes, two best versus best, you can say. India versus Egypt, Tanvi Khanna versus Noor Kafaji. Again, both really experienced player, and definitely expected somehow these two players to meet in the finals. They're playing for the first time against each other.
Playing against the first time comes with a bit of challenges, but they would have kept an eye on each other as to how they were going through the tournaments. And Noor Kafaji, she will have the onus on her as the number 1 seed. Tanvi Khanna on the other hand, flying the India flag here. It's the lone warrior from India, as we mentioned before. 3 out of the 4 finalists in the men's and women's category are from Egypt, showcasing the dominance that they have in the HCL Squash India Tour 25-26.
All mobiles on silent mode.
Well, the warm-ups are all but done here. The excitement is palpable in the air. We're all but set for the finals. It's Noor Kafaji, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 5 seed from India, Tanvi Khanna.
Women's final match, Tanvi Khanna of India to serve, Noor Kafaji of Egypt to receive.
And here we go,
That's a
Tanvi to
five-game
serve.
love-off.
Immediately both players targeting each other's backhand here. See Noor, who's comfortable in those areas of the court. It's going to be all about who seizes the momentum, who seizes the initiative in the early stages. Well, that's clever from Noor, but well picked up there from Tanvi. Immediate court coverage from both players so far. And for the drops here, Tanvi very delicate. Noor responds with a drop of her own. Nicely done there, but that crashes against the tin, and the first point of the women's final goes to the number 1 seed from Egypt, Noor Kafaji.
It's almost got the right backhand there. But hits the tin. Opening point for Noor.
Well, this is where Tanvi Khanna has to be careful, because once Noor Kafaji just builds up a steam, she is very difficult to stop. This is where Tanvi will have to try and respond with quick points of her own there. Mild collision there, but the point goes to Tanvi, and she picks up her first point in very quick time.
The intensity has gone up. Quick serves from both ends. Opening point for Tanvi this time with that drop coming in.
And both players trading those backhands, and Tanvi's backhand crashing into the tin. Noor Kafaji once again opens up a 2-point lead here, serving at 3-1. Yet to see those lengthy rallies, but both players fully capable of pulling out those ones. Showing great reflexes. Ooh, there's a collision there. Now Tanvi has made a backward step.
4-1.
And that point will go to Noor Kafaji. Good spot there from the referee, the eagle-eyed referee. And watch on all the proceedings here. And down 3 points here. You can see the power there from... Well, she really is struggling in the early stages. Noor taking advantage of her reach and power against the number 5 seed.
Yes, we've talked about controlling the tempo of the game. At this moment, it looks like Noor is controlling everything in this match. Again, a mini collision there.
No.
I think this time it's Tanvi. Let's have a look once more.
And
I
out
think
2-5.
Yeah, that's a good call there from the referee. You can see Noor not looking to go around Tanvi on that occasion. He picks up the point, a much needed point for her to close the gap to 3 points.
Yes, let's.
Ooh, again, this time I think it was Tanvi who comes across. Couple of early collisions from the two. Kafaji with a lovely drop shot there, just excellent there. Takes the pace off completely, catches Tanvi on the back foot. Serving at 6-2 now. It's going the way of the Egyptian in the first. This is where Tanvi looks to respond. Tremendous return. Again, Tanvi comes across. Point goes to Noor, and these points are going on very quickly to the Egyptian number 1 seed.
Yes, this lead can be very dangerous for Tanvi. Lead of 4 points, and she's running away at this moment, Noor, with this round. Lead of 5 points, beg your pardon.
Good pick up there. This is where Noor will look to just hammer home her advantage. She does not let off in terms of intensity and the aggression, and it continues here. Well, Noor Kafaji is running away with the first game here. 6-point healthy lead in the first. Tanvi yet to really get going. She's been more reactive to where Noor has been playing. Noor Kafaji having no issues in the final so far. 3 points away from the first game. This is a much more lengthier rally than we've seen so far. Two players trading backhands. Nice powerful drive there. Just about picks that up. Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And out.
Tanvi forces the error. And it's a much needed point there for Tanvi Khanna.
You're not able to properly pick it up, Noor. Still difference of 5 points. Can we expect a comeback from this position?
She'll have to get back-to-back points on multiple occasions here if she is to try and claw that gap down. Again, the drop shot is very intricate. Look at the athleticism on show here from these two athletes. It's brilliant already. Using all parts of the court here. Noor drives that backhand with power, picks it up nicely. Tanvi forced to, and it's a mistimed effort from Tanvi Khanna. And now Noor Kafaji is just a couple of points away from picking up the first game in the finals of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-26.
It's everything happening so rapidly here in this round. I don't think so. Tanvi is getting time to react and regroup her thoughts.
Absolutely no time on offer here. And the swiftness of Noor's play has really caused Tanvi all sorts of problems. And now Noor Kafaji, the number 1 seed from Egypt, has 7 game points as she serves. There's again on that backhand. Does very well to pick that up there, Noor. She can look to finish this off as quickly as possible. Backhand well aimed. And she finishes it off. What a dominant performance from Noor Kafaji. 11-3 in the first game. Well, Tanvi Khanna doesn't know what hit her in that first game. It was swift, it was quick, and it was very effective from the number 1 seed from Egypt. Noor Kafaji takes the first game, 11-3.
One-sided event so far. Whenever Noor has stepped into the court, again, that's the conversation that's going on. But Tanvi Khanna was never allowed to enter into this match. From the very start, there was a difference of at least 2 to 3 points, and then it kept on getting bigger after as the match continued.
She has struggled, and the coach will be telling her to try and take a bit more initiative here. Try and take Noor into deep waters, make her a bit more uncomfortable on the court, because in that first game, well, Noor had absolutely no issues there. There were a couple of melee collisions as we saw in that occasion. Good spot from the referee on both occasions. These two have played the game in the right spirit so far. And Noor Kafaji is inching closer and closer to the title here. Tanvi, for her, here Ritik, she has to pick up the next game.
Yeah, definitely.
Play will resume
With the
in
kind of
60 seconds.
experience she has, you definitely can expect Tanvi to bounce back. But the way tournament has gone for Noor Kafaji, that's the confidence, that's the momentum she's in. So on the other side, that's the case with Noor. She's riding really high on that confidence, and that's why always looks like she has the edge whenever she comes into the court.
Well, she looks so relaxed on the court, and she's got that air of confidence and that belief that she can take on any opponent on her day. Such is the quality of the number 1 seed. Tanvi Khanna has to respond here. She knows that this second game can hold all the cards here, because if Noor Kafaji is to pick up the second game, well, this just becomes a monumental task for Tanvi Khanna in the final. They're all but ready to start the second game here. And we're getting a bit of time here, which she hasn't really gotten whatsoever in that first game. Noor was swift in her approach, Ritik.
It's rightly mentioned. And that's the strategy she has followed every time she has come onto the court. Quick serves, not allowing to the opposite player to regroup her thoughts. And again, that's an excellent shot played there by Noor. No chance for anyone to pick it up.
Beautiful drop shot there on the backhand from Noor Kafaji. Picks up the first point in swift time. Again, we talked about those lengthy rallies. They haven't really taken place with the regularity. Brilliant pickup on the backhand there from Noor. And then she's caught in middle. Brilliant from Tanvi Khanna. This time response. The Indians got plenty of support at the home court as it's 1-1.
Yes, you can just sense the cheers after that point, and you want that to happen again and again. You want Tanvi to win this game so that this goes into the 4th round.
Nicely done there. Good pick up there from Noor on the backhand, but it's Tanvi Khanna who now has back-to-back points for the first time in this final. Can she look to capitalize? Serving at 2-1. That brilliant backhand cross court there from Noor. Really rips that well. This is where Tanvi has to try and press home her advantage. Ooh, again, it's Noor who has come across. And this is a good little passage of play here for Tanvi Khanna. Trying to take advantage of her brisk start here.
She'll be looking to do what Noor did in the first round. Have to be very careful, have to be pinpoint accurate in her shot selections. This is turning out to be a good rally now.
Excellent rally. This both players challenging each other's backhand. Nice backhand cross court there from Noor. Tanvi looking to pick that up. Brilliant from her. Can she look to respond? Again, the power of Noor causing Tanvi a bit of problems here. Again, the excellent response there. Reflexes on show here from both athletes. Noor now with the backhand slice. Good shot there. Big pick up there from Noor again. Tremendous agility. Backhand just slicing that forehand to try and bring that as low as possible. Does that nicely. This is a top rally from both these players. This is much more like it in the final. Both players getting a relative feel of each other in the first game. Now the intensity is being picked up here. Both players challenging on the drop. Outstanding there. Somehow managing to keep this point alive. Excellent bow shot off the side wall, and she slams that backhand into the tin, and Tanvi's got 3 on the bounce. The fist pump comes from Tanvi.
Especially very satisfying as a player once you have won a rally there against a player like Noor Kafaji. Looking to go for another backhand. Hits the tin. Extremely satisfying moment. And you have somehow drained some energy as well of Noor Kafaji.
Yep, good change in momentum here for Tanvi Khanna. Can she look to capitalize here and open up a bigger gap against the number 1 seed? Clever backhand there. Just drops that shot. Good pick up there from Tanvi. It's much better from Tanvi. Well, Noor Kafaji now finding it a touch more difficult in the second game. Tanvi Khanna showing her class in the final. Good pick up there again. Great reach from her on the full stretch. It's Tanvi Khanna with a 3-point lead, serving at 4-1. Trying to respond, and she does. Clever, deft forehand drop shot there from Noor Kafaji. Almost fooling Tanvi on that occasion. Just takes the pace off completely against the side wall. Now down to 2, now the lead. Again, that backhand hammered from Noor Kafaji right into the tin.
Hand out 5-2.
Tanvi now opens up a 3-point lead once again. slice is so good there from Noor. Quick point for the Egyptian. Not allowing Tanvi to open up a sizable lead here. 2-point gap is too much in squash, as we've seen throughout this tournament. Some incredible comebacks. Both players targeting each other's backhand here. Tanvi going cross-court on that occasion. Tanvi was about to pull the trigger on it. Noor comes across. The infringement results in a point for Tanvi. Complete turnaround in the second game here from Tanvi Khanna, who really struggled in the first. But now she's doubled her point tally from the first game and has a 3-point advantage. Excellent again from Tanvi. That is a magnificent forehand. The angle on it is perfection. Look at that. Even Noor on the full stretch can't get a racket to it. And now it's Tanvi Khanna with a 4-point lead. Great comeback this from the Indian. Oh, what a response that is from Noor. Terrific backhand. It's that with so much power, just above the tin. No chance there for Tanvi. The backhand slice, well placed there, but Noor Kafaji's forehand wavered on this occasion. Tanvi Khanna has having the perfect response in the second game here. She would have known what's at stake here. Understanding how that first game went completely against her. Fantastic mental strength and fortitude shown, and she continues to put the pressure on Noor. Well, the number one seed for the first time in this match really starting to struggle now. Couple of unforced errors. And now it's Tanvi Khanna who's 2 points away from leveling things up. As you mentioned in the pre-match, both these players are facing each other for the first time. It would take a bit of time to try and adjust, but Tanvi does so well again. Well, Noor on the full stretch hasn't been able to get to that on multiple occasions. It's just because of the quality of that. Look at that for a bow shot, using the side wall just over the tin, and dies down on Noor on that occasion. Tanvi now has 6 game points. Backhand there, somehow managing to keep this point alive. Great play from both. Oh, she couldn't respond there. And Noor Kafaji picks up a point here. Delaying Tanvi's hopes of trying to equalize here to make it 1 game each. Still has 5 game points. Noor is going to make it as challenging as possible, that's for sure. Not going to give any freebies here to Tanvi as Noor serves at 5-10. The drop shot well executed. Could pick up this. It's the kind of rallies you want to see, the long and full of quality rallies. Backhands being traded, very precise from both. Noor should be able to finish that off, and she can't as she hits that against the tin. And what a response from the number 5 seed from India. Takes the second game by 11-5. Top play from Tanvi Khanna. Well, excellent stuff this, and Tanvi Khanna could have very easily whittled away, knowing that she would have struggled in that first game. But how about that for a response from Tanvi Khanna? She'll be feeling a whole lot better after that dominant performance in the second game. We're all level now at 1 game apiece in the women's final of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-26, live at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. As we've seen there, you can see the highlights of that game. It was a completely different approach from Tanvi. You saw her being a lot more aggressive, and that's exactly what she needed to do to try and equalize here. Knowing how aggressive Noor was in that first, Tanvi giving Noor a taste of her own medicine now. And now that we're level at 1 apiece, this third game just holds the weight now. Once again, a huge shout out to our partners who've made this tournament possible, especially Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Centre, The Whole Truth, the PSA World Tour, and a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes who have made this tournament not just possible but a huge success. Tanvi Khanna now
We will
into the
resume
zone
in
here.
30 seconds.
She'll be feeling a lot more confident, having overturned that disappointment of the first game, now well and truly in the rearview mirror. And now it's up to Noor Kafiji to try and respond here. You saw her playing a
15
4-game
seconds.
epic encounter in the semi-finals against Akari Midorikawa from Japan. Noor Kafiji has been used to playing those long games. You've seen Tanvi Khanna, experienced campaigner. She's been there, done that, been at the big occasions.
1 game all. Khanna to serve. Love all.
We're all set for the start of the third game. Both players dead level here at 1 apiece. Backhand there, both players sliced there from Tanvi, magnificent from Tanvi Khanna.
Love.
A delicate backhand drop shot, continuing her good momentum from the previous game here. Serving at 1-0. Nice drop shot here. Tanvi Khanna looks like a completely different beast in this. After losing that first game, come out with a lot more of positivity and aggression in her play. To dictate the tempo, take Noor into the uncomfortable territories. And a clever drop shot there. Tanvi having to recover. This shot does so well. Wow. Another tremendous point going in favor of Tanvi Khanna.
Right side.
Good pick up there. Look at that full stretch. Noor at full stretch couldn't do the same. Can Tanvi take advantage now? Open up a bigger lead.
Fault.
Ooh, there was a needless, unforced error there off the serve. She will be cross with herself. Hands the point and the initiative to Noor Kafiji. Nice slice there, looking for depth on that return. Now drops that shot. Tanvi was almost expecting that on that occasion. Takes that on the volley, goes across, and look, you can see Tanvi trying to go across there. But she had the time, but she couldn't get there.
2 all.
No response with back-to-back points herself. Back level at 2 apiece. How costly will that unforced error of the serve from Tanvi would be when she was up 2-0? This gave a glimmer of an opportunity for Noor Kafiji to respond here, and she has. A rally. This has been swift points that have been exchanged in the third game so far. This is a brilliant rally. Oh, the drop shot from Noor is exquisite. Takes the pace off completely.
3-2.
Catches Tanvi on the heels.
What a game we are displaying. What a game we are witnessing here. Tanvi bouncing back again, entering into the third round. It's even Steven here, 3-2 the score line.
With the backhand drop. Both players getting in each other's way there, and then the point will go to Tanvi Khanna. Well, Noor Kafiji cannot believe it. A shake of the head.
3 all.
Well, she'll have to try and erase that disappointment as quickly as possible. As we're back level at 3 apiece, absolutely nothing to separate the two finalists here as Tanvi serves at 3-3. You've seen this, where both players test each other's backhands in the early stages of the point. Tanvi goes cross-court with the backhand. Nice maneuvering of the ball. It's brilliant again from Tanvi. These are big, big points here for the Indian. Great drop shot. No chance there for Noor.
4-3.
Clarity in the shot selection. That's the difference we have seen in Tanvi since the second round. Now she's continuing that approach. Goes with the serve. Now the pressure is on Noor as well. Losing the previous round. Here as well, Tanvi is in lead from a point.
Again, the backhands being traded here. Really hitting that with Just about stays in there, and you can see that ball just dies down on Noor Kafaji. She couldn't respond in time, and Tanvi opening up a 2-point lead again in the third. This is good stuff here. You can see that just catches her by surprise. As soon as it hits the back wall, it just dies down on Noor. And now Noor Kafaji under pressure here, the number 1 seed. We have to see how the number 1 seed responds now, as Tanvi opens up a bit of a daylight here.
Winabos there gets the point back,
Head out.
ensuring that
4-5.
that lead is not sizable enough for Tanvi to go ahead. Difference of only 1 point.
Make that level again. Back-to-back points for Noor Kafaji. Puts the pressure right back on Tanvi Khanna. Well, this game has swung multiple times. Already, absolutely nothing to separate these two so far. Couple of unforced errors that they'll want to try and wipe out from their game heading into the crucial stages of this final. And the backhand's being traded here. Just about stays in. Nice slice there. Good recovery there from Noor. Once again, both players getting in each other's way but keeping the point alive. Cracking backhand there from Noor. And drops it short. Brilliant recovery there from Tanvi. Both players having to do so much for this point. It's tremendous. Unbelievable pick up there from Noor. She's done that on back-to-back occasions. Somehow keeps the point. It's a big, big point there for Noor. And you can see from her reaction, tremendous point being played here.
6-5.
Finally, she has gotten a lead as well. There was some exchange of drop shots back to back. It was Tanvi who missed out at the last time. Looking to go for another drop, hits the tin. Even contest that we are witnessing here between these two great players.
This is a crucial point here. Can Tanvi get back level, or does Noor open up a lead? And she does. A 2-point lead for the number 1 seed.
7-5.
Again, great disguise on that forehand. Completely wrong footing Tanvi on that occasion. Superb play from the number 1 seed. 7-5 now. Pressure back on Tanvi. And Noor anticipating almost. Tanvi's going to hit this one. Lovely drop shot there. And drives that full backhand with force and power. And the point will go to Noor. Well supported and cheered by the Egyptian contingent here. You see the number 1 seed in the men's category, Yasin Shodi, there applauding his fellow countryman Noor Kafaji. She's opened up a 3-point lead here in a crucial stage, Ritik.
Yes, that's the ability we have seen in players coming from that part. The ability to bounce back in the middle half. That's what even Tanvi did in the second round. But again, excellent.
Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Noor. She's just turned up the power element of her game. She's hitting this with a lot more trueness. Just catches that side wall and just wrong foots Tanvi. And now a 9-5 lead. This game has just slipped away from Tanvi. Started off very well, but how about this from the number 1 seed? Oh, what a shot that is on the forehand. And it's Noor Kafaji with 5 game points. How about this for a turnaround? Struggled in the early stages. Well, she has been nearly flawless since then. Playing with real confidence, and she takes the 3rd game in sumptuous style. Well, what about that for a response from the number 1 seed? Having dropped the previous game 5-11, she responds with 11-5 of her own. 2 games to 1 for Noor Kafaji.
Excellent comeback from Noor. It was 3-5 the scoreline, then it's 11-5. No chance given to Tanvi. Once she got the momentum, she decided, and it's my game now. And that's what she has done so often in this tournament, looking at the quarterfinals, at the semis, now in the finals against. And now entering into the 4th round with an advantage here is Noor Kafaji from Egypt.
Big game coming up as we bring you the highlights from that 3rd game. Really was full of quality, as this final has been from the first point. We saw Tanvi, she had a 2-love lead, and then she made a fault serve, and that just opened up the door for Noor Kafaji, and since then she just did not look back. Took advantage of the gift handed to her on a couple of occasions, but then we saw some brilliant shot play and shot making from the Egyptian first seed. Clever, she's been finding the angles, making it as difficult as possible for Tanvi.
Again, these are some snippets from the previous rounds. Excellent with the drop shots. And again, once she got the momentum, there was no chance given to Tanvi. And that's been the strategy. That's been the game plan here. 11-3, 5-11, and then 11-5. The scoreline. This moves till the 4th round now. If Tanvi wins this one,
They will
this
resume
will
in
go
30
till the
seconds.
5th. And as it's happening in India, most of us will like Tanvi to win the next round, and let's see what happens in the final then. But at this moment, it's Noor Kafaji who's leading in this match.
15 seconds.
Well, Tanvi Khanna will know the importance of the next game here. It's do or die for her in the finals. Has to win this to keep this final going to the 5th. Noor Kafaji will know that she's a game away
Time.
from being crowned Women's Champion of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. The games that both these finalists have won have been in convincing fashion. Haven't seen those long games where players have gone till the very end. They've been dismissing each other in these games. Once again, start to the 4th here as a backhand. Nicely dropped. Well picked up here. She can't respond, and that'll be called as a let.
Hand out. 1 love.
Point goes to Tanvi rather. The infringement well spotted there from the referee there. As Tanvi now. And goes for that high serve there, trying to make it challenging for Noor. Good pick up there on the backhand there from Noor Kafaji. Just about keeps this in. Backhand is well timed. Now goes cross court on that occasion, but that one onto the tin. And Noor Kafaji responds with a quick point of her own.
All.
Decisive match this can be for Noor. Has to be very patient, has to be really calm in handling the pressure. And that's what it comes down to in these big matches. Who can handle the pressure better. And
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant there from Noor Kafaji. Again with that backhand drop shot. Just over the tin. So precise with her shot making. And the drop shot is brilliant again. It's back-to-back points in quick succession here.
1.
And now Tanvi is now well and truly on the back foot. She has to respond with the next point.
As soon as she gets the point, she looks to dictate the tempo. Noor, again continuing with a quick rally there. String of backhands coming in. Once it goes into the long rally, we have seen most of the time it's Noor who's got the success.
Stroke
There's
to
a chance there for Tanvi on the forehand. I think the point will go to the Indian here.
2-3.
Yep. It has gone to Tanvi Khanna. She was about to play that forehand. She was impeded by Noor Kafaji on that occasion, and now serving at 2-3. Cracking backhand there again. This is where Noor can be dangerous, where she has that confidence, she has the lead. Just looks to press on the advantage here. Again, quickly into position. Ups that nicely. Good athleticism there, and that's a big, big point there for Tanvi. Good comeback from the Indian.
That's a confident shot played
3
there.
all.
And that's a point that she is going to praise a lot. She is going to value a lot. Leveling things up. Excellent drop there, misses out. Noor makes a comeback.
4-3.
Brilliant from Noor again. It's a swift point. It's a casual forehand drop shot just over the tin. Very well placed. Pressure back on Tanvi now. Hammers that backhand. Brilliant drive. Again, just over. Just keeps that in. And a fist pump there from Tanvi Khanna. Back level at 4 apiece.
4 all.
Well, we talked about how these two have won their games in convincing fashion. Now we're back level at 4 all. Where does this go next as Tanvi serves?
These two players clearly deserve to be in the finals this time. Noor again gets the swift point
Hand
back.
out.
And that's
5-4.
how this round has gone so far. Every time Tanvi scores a point, it's Noor who quickly comes back with a counter point.
It was a tremendous backhand really from Noor. Tanvi gets the point on that occasion.
Hand out 5 all.
5-4 for the Indian. Backhand from Noor in that point before really was special. Just the quickness of it, and it's back-to-back points here for Tanvi Khanna.
6-5.
6-4 for Tanvi Khanna. Hammers that nicely. Oh, she was looking for that backhand. Just have a look here.
6-5.
I think the point will be played again.
I think it's Noor who has gotten the point. Or it's a let. It's a let given by the ref.
That has been called. And we serves at 6-5 now. 6-4 rather. Ooh, the forehand crashes against the board on that occasion, and now Tanvi opens up a 2-point lead here at 7-5. This is exactly the kind of game that Tanvi wanted here. Just open up a lead and try and capitalize and secure this game. Serving at 7-5 now. Brilliant rally, but that's an unforced error from Tanvi Khanna. She's just looking to take the pace off with the drop shot. Said finds the tin. And now the deficit just a point now.
I think looking at the reaction from the coach, looked like the idea was right. The execution was something that could have been slightly better.
Definitely the right idea with the drop shot. Has to be a lot more accurate though. Ooh, it's a bit of hesitation there from Tanvi. Somehow keeps the point alive. Great recovery there from Noor. Hammers that backhand. Again, the power that she displays really is special. And Noor Kafaji is not letting this one go. She wants to wrap this up in this game itself and take the title home. We're back level at 7 apiece. Tanvi now has to respond. She has to dig deep.
This round is getting to a very delicate situation, especially for Tanvi. Backhands coming in from both ends. Those little diagonal, they're using the angle. Using a ghost. In response was an equally better shot. Turned out to be an excellent rally. Turns out to be a drop.
What a rally this has been. Unbelievable squash on display, and it's Noor with a clutch point. My goodness, she keeps her nerve, plays the drop shot to perfection, and now opens up a lead, and she's 3 points away from the championship, Ritik.
Just bouncing back in those important times, capitalizing in those small moments, not allowing the competitor to get that sizable lead. That's one thing that always you get to notice when you see Noor playing.
Nicely done. Just about keeps it in play. Oh, it's a big point. Tanvi responds. Brilliant from the Indian. Under tremendous amount of pressure. That margin of error declining with every point. How precise that was from Tanvi Khanna. A lovely backhand slice. Now we're level at 8 apiece. We talked about how the previous games have been almost one-sided. This one has been neck and neck as Tanvi looks to stay alive at 8 all. Brilliant drive there. Again, the backhand precise. Tanvi got deep in the court here. Mool's strategy here is to try and get Tanvi in that back court and then drop it exactly like that. Brilliant strategy this from Noor Kafaji. Well responded this from Tanvi Khanna. Backhands being traded, somehow keeps the point alive. Outstanding rally this. Drop shot is accurate. Oh, clears down. Oh, it's a big point. Big point for Tanvi Khanna. Keeps her hopes alive at 9-8. The next point is going to be so crucial here.
Gets the lead at a very delicate situation. Excellent shot played there. No chance.
9-8.
9-8 the score line.
Conduct warning
2 points away.
for coaching, Mr. Kapaji.
And she'll be looking to keep that difference. Increasing the difference. Goes with the serve.
Backhand cross court there. Smashes that forehand. What a recovery that is from Noor, but she can't get there. And it's Tanvi Khanna who's got 2 game points to level things up here. Well, what a final we are witnessing here, the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Look at this for a delicate drop shot. Gets the side wall. No chance for Noor. And now it's Tanvi Khanna serving to level things up at 2 apiece. Serving at 10-8. Oh, what a response that is from Noor. Well, she does not want this to go to the 5th. She wants to finish this off. She needs the next point to keep this game alive. Oh, that is so precise.
All comes down to who can handle the pressure now. Very important few minutes coming up.
Brilliant.
Excellent match we have witnessed there so far.
Top game indeed. Tanvi with a good backhand. Noor with a nice response. Again, that backhand slice is accurate. Tanvi with the recovery. Good pick up there from Tanvi. Again, both players getting each other's way, but keeps the point alive. Noor goes cross court with that backhand. Really forceful from her. Keeps it alive. It's brilliant. Well, Noor has made that way behind. Oh, Tanvi cannot believe it. Well, it looked like Noor had made that movement behind. And she stays in it. Well, this is a big decision. Look at this. She's made that point back, but I don't think she would have got there regardless. It's a tough and tight call. Who's ruled? Oh, she's done it! Brilliant from Noor. Keeps it alive. A yell of excitement.
Win by 2 points.
We're level at 10 apiece now. What a comeback this has been from Noor. Tanvi looking to respond here. Trying to keep her cool, not make the mistake and force the error of the opponent. It's Noor who's dictating this point. Really finding those shots well. Tanvi is keeping it alive. Can she get there? She does. Somehow. She has to respond. Oh, brilliant from Tanvi. What a pickup this is from Noor. And the collision between each other. Well, Noor Kafaji was convinced, as was Tanvi rather, that they got in each other's way.
To clear the ball.
Let's have a look once more in the replay. Again, a very marginal call there.
10 all.
10 all is still the scoreline.
Yep, the let was called. Such a crucial stage. Last thing you want is a point in that fashion. Noor Kafaji. You saw Tanvi who just made that slight movement back. Could have gone in favor of Noor, but stays at 10 apiece here. And now, a difference of 2 required for either one of these players to take this game. And if Noor is to do that, she will be crowned the champion. Backhand there, nicely timed. Keep it alive. Oh, she slams that against the tin. And it's an unforced error from Tanvi Khanna. And Noor Kafaji now leads 11-10. And now she's got championship point.
You can just sense the frustration there on the face. Missed out. How crucial that can be. Can she bounce back?
Now serving for the match and the title. Tanvi looking to stay in it. The backhand being traded here. Tanvi has to win this to stay in it. Looking to wrap things up. Oh, it's a bit of hesitation, but keeps it alive. Again, a bit of collision, but waits on it. Point stays alive. Drop shot is well executed. What a pickup there on the full split from Noor. My goodness. Incredible athleticism on show here. Keeps the point alive. Oh, what a pickup that is. Oh, that's incredible. It is Noor Kafaji, who is the champion of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Well, what a match this has been. What a fight Tanvi Khanna has displayed here. But it's the #1 seed from Egypt who takes the title. 11-3, 5-11, 11-5, 12-10. And commiserations to Tanvi Khanna, whose tournament and as the finalist, but it is Noor Kafiji who is the champion.
There's two different sides of spectrum you can see. On one side there's celebration, the other side there will be a lot of resolutions that will be coming up in the future events. But for today, the winner is Noor Kafiji. Excellent player, and she clearly deserved the victory. The way she has played in the entire tournament, dominating all the games she has played, the quarterfinals, the semis, now in the finals as well. And what a worthy final we have witnessed here in the women's division, Suraj.
Top final indeed, and commiserations really to Tanvi, who played really well throughout. She was just outclassed in those fine margins moments, and that's where Noor Kafiji took full advantage. Well, Tanvi has been in the big stage before. She would have faced a few disappointments along the way too. This one will be a tough pill to swallow, but she will come back as a better player, that's for sure, in the next tournament. She'll be going through a few of those moments back in her head. But it is Noor Kafiji, the deserving champion of the women's division of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. And we're all but a few minutes away from the main event, the men's final between the number 1 seed Yashin Shodhi from Egypt and the number 5 seed Mohammad Gaur, as we send you some of the highlights from what has been an incredible women's final in the HCL Squash India Tour.
This excellent rally we have witnessed here. A lot of hard-fought points between both the players, between Tanvi, between Noor. First round went to Noor, second went to Tanvi. Third round again to Noor. The fourth one was really close. It was Tanvi who was again leading for quite a few time in that round. But in the end, on the last moment, capitalizing there was Noor, getting the victory point there. Excellent, clinical with the drop shots, both the players. But it was Noor who was slightly better, who had the edge against Tanvi. Two different players. Even yesterday, the conversation that was there with the coach of Tanvi was the ACL injuries she's coming up with, keeping in mind the match experiences she had. She only played few tournaments before entering into this HCL Squash India Tour. The kind of performance she has put up is truly magnificent. But obviously on the other side was SIG number 1, Noor Kafiji. And that's the reason why she is the winner as well. The fourth round, going into the last stages. 10-11 was the scoreline. And that's some of the crucial areas where both the players fought really hard. As you can see, the use of the drop shots was excellent. Was from Tanvi. The question was who can handle the pressure, who can maintain the momentum. Tanvi was leading even in the third round. It was 3-5, then it went to 11-5. It was a comeback, it was for Noor. But even in the fourth round, it was Tanvi got to the game point first, but then it was Noor who made a comeback again. That's something we have seen with players from Egypt. Obviously the kind of exposure they have, squash being very prominent there, the kind of mindset, more importantly, these players have, somehow makes a difference in those crucial times. But again, nothing to take away from Tanvi. Excellent fight put up from her. Got to the finals, beating Mena Walid in the quarterfinals. Goji Zhuan, seed number 3 from Malaysia, in the semis. Excellent was the equation for both the players. And these are again the snippets of the previous match. Finals, women's division, can't get any bigger. It was India versus Egypt. Egypt getting the final knock, final blow here, and getting the victory as well. I talked about the use of the strategy, mental strength. It's clearly visible there.
Going against Tanvi, he just felt that momentum might just switch here. You saw in that third game where Tanvi just opened up a 2-live lead, gave that chance, let the door open. And since then, Noor Kafiji did not look back. Fantastic performance from Noor Kafiji, the number 1 seed with the title. Once again, we would like to thank our partners who's made this tournament possible, especially Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Center, Whole Truth, and the PSA World Tour. And a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes who have made this tournament a possibility and a huge success. Well, we're all but set for the start of the grand finale, the men's final between the two Egyptians, the number 1 seed Yashin Shodhi taking on number 5 seed Mohammad Gohar, and the all-men's final of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026, an all-Egyptian
Yashin
affair
Shodhi,
as Yashin
Mohammad
Shodhi
Gohar.
takes on Mohammad Gohar.
Please be on court, please. Mohammad Gohar, please report to court 2.
It's an all-Egyptian battle here in the grand finale of HCL Squash Tour India. We have got both the finalists here, both from Egypt. Yassin Shodhi taking on Mohammad Gohar. Again, different tournaments here, different strategies from everyone. But we have got both the finalists here. First question will be for Yassin. Yassin, for you, the tournament has been slightly different. You have dominated most of it. Just take us through the experience of the last 4 days playing in India, and how is it going to help you in the upcoming events in future?
Yeah, I've enjoyed the city so far, and I've had really good matches. Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to the match today.
Now the question is for Gohar as well. For you, it has been slightly different. Few tough matches coming up. We'll go back yesterday, semi-finals against Ravendu. How's that experience going to help you today in this match?
Well, every new match is a new experience, of course. Yesterday, of course, was a very new experience about the whole game. But yeah, of course, I learned. Of course, I'm going to learn a lot from this match, and I'll try to bring some of this learning and some of the thoughts into today's match. Every final is a new experience, and I'm just excited to play Yassin in this final. Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, it's going to Egypt. That's one good thing for you guys. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Final question. One non-squash thing you have enjoyed in India. Anything other than squash?
Anything other than squash? We've been going to the same restaurant every day, Town Coffee. So
Any special dish?
I'd say the Alfredo, spaghetti Alfredo.
For you, it's the same?
Probably the driving experience here is too much adrenaline, you know. Something exciting, that's it. Yeah, that's for me, yeah.
That's both the finalists here of men's division. Yassin Shodhi taking on Mohammad Gohar. Now it's back to you, Suraj, in the comm box. Stay tuned for the live action.
Welcome back to live squash coverage of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026, coming to you live from the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur, where we witnessed a quite incredible women's final between Noor Kafaji and Tanvi Khanna, which was won by the Egyptian 1 seed. Noor Kafaji winning that in 4 games, and now we have the men's final. It's an all-Egyptian affair between the first seed Yashin Shodhi taking on the number 5 seed Mohammad Gohar. Well, they would have played each other in their home country many times. They had fair idea as to how they have been going against, as we see some of their highlights to this journey to reach the finals. Well, Yashin Shodhi had a quite comfortable semi-final win against Saif Rafai winning that by 11-9, 11-7, 11-7 against his fellow Egyptian after his excellent quarter-final performance against Naoki Hayashi. He has been the first seed and he's been relentless. We spoke to Mohammad Gohar before. He knows that his work will be cut out as the number 1 seed, will be going into this as the favorite. Hassan Shodhi. And then we saw a quite remarkable semi-final between the 5th seed Mohammad Gohar taking on the number 3 seed Ravindu Luxury yesterday. Well, this was a firecracker. Mohammad Gohar had 5 match points in the 4th game. It should have been over, but we saw one of the best recoveries, the best comebacks that you can see, with Ravindu Luxury taking it all the way to the 5th game. But then Mohammad Gohar once again just steadied himself and made sure that he finished the job in 5 games. Well, they've had contrasting routes to the final. Yasin Shodhi in white, and Mohammad Gohar enters the arena in red. Yasin Shodhi is a left-handed player, so we've seen him dominate proceedings, and how well he has put away the opposition with relative ease just shows you the high quality player that he is. Mohammad Gohar will know exactly the challenge in front of him, and it's all up to him to try and respond. Can he do the unthinkable? Can he provide the upset? Yasin Shodhi, who's ranked 102 in the world as of June 2025, as he looked to improve on that world ranking as time passes on. He is well on the way. He's a sensational player to watch. And for those who are watching him for the first time in the finals today, I can promise you, you will see high quality squash from Yasin Shodhi. Mohammad Gohar on the other end, well, he's a fighter. He's a tremendous player. Uses that forehand with so much effectiveness. Both players are tremendously fit. The agility and the athleticism on display will be there, that's for sure, as these two look to lock horns in the men's final of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026, coming to you live from the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. Mohammad Gohar, ranked 144 in the world, will be using this as an opportunity to further his improvement and get up the rankings here. The all-Egyptian affair we have seen already. Noor Kafiji, the first seed from Egypt, claimed the women's title against Tanvi Khanna from India. And now it's all certain that the men's and the women's finals will be from the country of Egypt. I'll be very interested to see the strategy that Mohammad Gohar uses, especially in the early stages. What he cannot do is get frazzled and things don't go his way, which is bound to happen when you do play a player of Yasin Shodhi's quality and experience. As the warm-ups take place here, Yasin Shodhi and Mohammad Gohar minutes away from locking horns in the men's final of the HCL Squash India Tour. Once again, we'd like to shout out our partners who have made this tournament not just possible, but a huge success. Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Center, The Whole Truth, and PSA World Tour. And a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes. You won't see them on the camera, but they are working tirelessly to make this tournament the success that it has been. The men's final will raise the pulses and heighten the expectations. You might just see One of the best games of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Stay tuned, folks, as this final promises to be an epic encounter.
Time. Play will start in 30 seconds.
Well, with all the warm-ups complete, the formalities in the past
To all the
are all but set
to
for the
remain
start
settled down during
of the
rally.
men's singles final of the HCL Squash
keep their
India
mobile
Tour
phones on silent
2025-2026, coming to you live from the Savai Mansingh
HCL
Stadium in
Squash
Jaipur.
India Tour 1 Jaipur 2025. Men's final. Yasin Chaudhary of Egypt to serve. Mohammad Kohal of Egypt to
Will be the
receive.
number one seed,
Best of 5 games, Labor.
Yasin Chaudhary, to get things up and running. Here we go. Hesitancy there. And Yasin Chaudhary will be looking to impose his quality and experience in the early stages. Pressure is on him to deliver the goods. As the number one seed, as the more experienced player. Nice backhand there, and we're seeing an epic rally in the first point already here. Tremendous stuff, this. Quality stuff on display again. What a rally this has been so far. Just the first point being contested in this manner is giving a sign of things to come here. It's brilliant. What a first point this has been in the men's singles final. Yasin Chaudhary just gets that one, and he starts off in the manner that he was intended to. Cracking forehand there. And Yasin Chaudhary now. Both players just exchanging shots in the baseline here, going as deep as possible in the court. Drop shot not quite intended there. Still just being patient as much as possible. Great play there from Yasin Chaudhary. Wow. The misdirection on that occasion was a thing of beauty. Look at that. Completely wrong footing. Mohammad Gohar. And it's a 2-0 lead for the number one seed. This is where Mohammad Gohar has to be careful here and has to be positive. Cannot let the game drift away from his hands. Has to find a way to try and get that first point as quickly as possible. And I think Mohammad Gohar has just shuffled across.
3-0.
That was a point in favor of Yasin. Perfect start. The number one seed from Egypt. The all-Egyptian final will be having lengthy rallies, and that's the point that Mohammad Gohar was looking for. Off the unforced error of Yasin, he takes the first point. Mohammad Gohar serving for the first time here at 1-3. Feeling a whole lot better after getting that point as quickly as possible. But how about that for a response from Yasin Shodhi? Opening up a 3-point gap here, Ritik.
That's how he looks to play. I was having a conversation with Mohammad as well. The last time they faced, it was Yasin who got better of him. 3-0 victory against Mohammad Gohar.
The backhand there. A couple of unforced errors so far from Yasin Shodhi. Both off the backhand. Mohammad Gohar doing well to force the error. Serving a 2-4 here. He knows those long rallies haven't gone his way. Does he look to change his approach and try and take those quick points instead of trying to prolong these rallies? Easier said than done against the class and quality of Yasin Shodhi. Brilliant pick up that.
Yes, sir. Ballers should back.
Again, interesting. There was some sort of conversation between Mohammad Gohar and the ref. And now the equation, the scoreline is 2-4. Yasin still with the lead. Really excellent with the trick shots he has, especially near the baseline. Some variety in the drop shots.
And out.
He gets
5-2.
another. Let's have a look once more. That was marvelous. Not exactly a drop backhand, but played so perfectly there. Looks to go little diagonal there. In response was a great shot from Gohar as well. Along with that versatility of play, he has that agility that we always see in him. That's why he's so good, Yasin. He'll suddenly take up the intensity and change the tempo of the game. Turning out to be an excellent rally between both the players. Almost for a second I thought he's missed out, but makes a good shot. Is Gohar. Goes with the drop. Excellent pickup. Another drop in response. Now a volley from Gohar. Comes in a burst and hits the tin.
And out.
Gohar gets the point.
3-5.
Brilliant rally, that top stuff from these two out here. Another unforced error. Yasin Shodhi will know that he's had the better of Mohammad on most of these occasions in the early exchanges. Mohammad Gohar showing great courage and quality in these early stages too. Hanging in there. 2-point deficit in the early stages. Exactly what he wants here, just to make sure that he stays within touching distance against the number 1 seed. So good with that backhand, really very, very accurate. Again, another lengthy rally. It's just a sign of things to come here. Both these players with a forehand well below the tin. Good comeback this from Mohammad Gohar.
He's just bouncing back in crucial times here, not allowing Yasin to lead, to go to a place where it's difficult for Gohar to make a comeback. He's ensuring he's in the touching distance in terms of points. And really good with that drop. Misses out.
And out. 6-4.
6-4 the scoreline now.
Brilliant.
Leading again.
What a shot that was from Yasin, really. Again, it's the misdirection that he uses. Completely wrong footing Mohammad Gohar on that occasion. Gohar looking to respond, but that
7-4.
point goes against him. And Yasin once again opens up a 3-point lead here. This is dangerous territory for the number 5 seed. Mohammad Gohar has to make sure that he tries to claw his way back here. He's played well in this first game. He needs to do better.
Go ahead. You are right there.
I think this time it's Gohar has got the stroke
And
here.
out. 5-7.
Gets a point. Cuts down the lead to 2. This is going to be a very intense match. Keeping in mind how things are in the first round, it's going to get better and better as we enter into the upcoming rounds.
Patient stuff this from the two. Then the intensity just been increased and dialed up there. There's some backpedals well. And trying to be precise, both players trading on the same side of the court here. Now Yasin goes cross court with the backhand. Nicely done again. This is an excellent rally again. Each point has been so hotly contested. And the volley again, both players trading volleys. Keeps this point alive. Another epic rally right in front of our eyes. Brilliant from the two Egyptians. Giving us some show there, and Mohammad Gohar a touch.
8-5.
Say a bit lackadaisical there as we look at the women's winner. Noor Kafaji, number 1 seed, the champion of the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Yasin Shodhi continues to pile on the pressure here on Mohammad Gohar.
Difference of 3 points. Gohar will be looking to make a comeback. He's done that so well yesterday, but today a different opponent goes in. Excellent pick up there.
Great anticipation, really. That is fantastic stuff. Somehow keeps it alive. Another magnificent rally here. Keeps it in play. Yasin's backhand is very good, but Mohammad Gohar cannot capitalize. And these big points are going to the number 1 seed here, Ritik.
Yes, Yasin has that ability. In the middle, he has that ability to produce some shots, some magical shots that are almost impossible to be played by the opposite player. He's done that so often.
Yasin now 2 points away from picking up the first game. Number 1 seed. Has played lengthy rallies, but he's been coming up trumps in those big points. And tempts him with the lob. Takes his time here. Really is dictating the pace of this rally. Mohammad Gohar will try his very best to try and turn the tables around here. And the backhand well timed into the corner. And another epic rally right in front of us. This is just unbelievable squash here from these two. Every point has been really hotly contested. No giveaways. Really having to work tremendously hard for it. It's another unforced error there from Mohammad Gohar. And Yasin Shodhi has got a 5-game points here in this first game.
At this moment, it's Yasin who is looking the favourite. A sizable lead here for him of 5 points. Just a point away from winning this round.
Brilliant from Yasin Shodhi. 10-5 here, 5-game points. Gohar stays in it. Oh, it's clever, it's brilliant, and there you have it. Yasin Shodhi takes the first game in convincing fashion. 11-5 against his countryman, Mohammad Gohar, who has all to do in the second game here. Brilliant from the number 1 seed, Yasin Shodhi. Takes the first game, 11-5.
Just continuing the momentum here. High in confidence, dominating, and especially the manner in which he's won this round, that's going to be very helpful. On the other side, it's Mohammad, who has that ability to bounce back. We have seen that time and time again in the quarterfinals, in the semi-finals, especially yesterday against Ravindu in the semis. Goes into till the 5th round, winning that match. He'll be looking to replicate that today. Different opponent.
Difficult opponent too.
Definitely. No questions on that. But again, Yasin being so good with some of his trick shots, with some of his drops, that makes things so difficult for the other player. And that was the case. Some snippets from the previous round. And if you keep aside 2 or 3 points, Yasin was almost perfect in the previous round.
Yeah, perfect round from the number 1 seed. Expect him to pull out his A game in the final. That's exactly what he has done here. It's now up to Mohammad Gohar to respond. First game, 11-5 for Yasin Shodhi. Yasin Shodhi, he won his quarterfinals and his semis in straight games, having no troubles whatsoever in the court. Mohammad Gohar, on the other hand, in his quarterfinals, had a 4-game encounter against Lapmanov from Hong Kong. And then in the semi-finals, that 5-game epic match against the number 3 seed Ravinder Laxri rather. And that has ensured that now Mohammad Gohar with a bit more mileage on his legs in this match. Yasin Shodhi a bit more fresh in his quality. Undeniable.
And that was the conversation even we were having before the match. In the pre-interview. Both the players were laughing off. Like, that's the experience sometimes you want to avoid just before a big game. Slightly more tired.
Back underway for the start of the second here. This is where Mohammad Gohar has to respond. Cannot allow Yasin Shodhi to run away with this one. Ooh, that's a very clever backhand drop shot there. Mohammad Gohar drops it beautifully.
That was something even Yasin was not expecting, and you can just see a smile from Yasin. Again.
Two
This
love.
time picked up. It's another point there. He's leading this time, Mohammad, in this round. 2 love.
Much better this from Mohammad Gohar. More aggressive. Knows that he might have to take these swift points, take advantage of it. The long rallies have gone to Yasin Shodi on most occasions. Just over the 10 on that occasion. Good pick up there from Gohar. Oh, that stays low. What a
And
shot that is from
1-2.
Yasin Shodi. No chance for Mohammad Gohar. And the number 1 seed has picked up his first point in the second game.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. This ability to just break the momentum, to produce some magical shots. In this round, we have seen that from Gohar as well, with few of the drop shots starting off. But Yasin again never looks under pressure. Always controlled, always dictating the tempo. Again, excellent drop, gets the point,
2-1.
levels up.
Brilliant from Yasin Shodi. Back-to-back points for him. Again, the backhand, very deliberate. Takes the pace off. Very well executed. Back leveler to a piece here. And Gohar with a slight advantage, which was swiftly raised. And Yasin Shodi has just been hitting that with so much power. Really looks comfortable and confident out there. Saw that highlighted in that first game, and he just made that movement behind.
Nolan. Ball is too far. But ball is too far.
And Mohammad Gohar is not happy with that decision. He felt that he was
3-2.
impeded. Said that was kept away from him, and instead it's Yasin Shodi who gets that point in that exchange. Be a bit disappointed there, Ritik, but he has to shake it off as quickly as possible.
Yes, most of the times these decisions are marginal. You have to move on very quickly, as you rightly said. To focus on the next serve. And the kind of experience these players have, definitely that's something they'll be able to do that. Excellent drop. Equal was the pickup. Turning out to be an excellent rally. It's changing the tempos in the middle. Sometimes going in with strong shots in response, coming in, deft touches off the backhands. Different combination as well. Mohammad Gohar, the right-hand player. Yasin being the left-hander. Using the angles.
Stroke to Sodi.
Did that hit the tin?
4-2.
It didn't, and that's a point for Yasin. They see the disappointed finalist, Tanvi Khanna, who played an excellent game in the women's final. She watches on here as these two are in a heated battle here. Yasin Shodi, who's got 4 points on the trot here. He was 2 down in the second game. Since then, it's been flawless. Mohammad Gohar looking to cause as much problems as possible here. Again, the angle recognition from Yasin Shodi is excellent, but that forehand crashing against the tin.
3-4.
Unforced error, and a point that will be happily accepted by Mohammad Gohar.
Yes, even in the previous round, these are some areas where Yasin missed out. Again, back to the frame. The conversation is going on. Yesterday, we asked the coach as well, Mr. Dhruv, what's the conversation you guys are having in the middle of the games? He's like, I want to get her out from that mental zone of jittery. Want to stay in the present. I mean, both were very clear with their decision making.
Fantastic insight indeed from the coaches there. That one stayed just about in play. Oh, there's a struggle there for Mohammad Gohar. He is cross with himself. He's seeing some of those unforced errors creeping up into his game here. 5-3 now for Yasin Shodi. And this is where Yasin Shodi will just look to pull clear in the second game. He's got his nose in front here. He's got a 2-point lead. Critical for Mohammad Gohar to stay within touching distance. Great rally again. Just so delicate and deft from both these players. Again, keeping this on the right side of the court here. The cross court yet to be utilized. Again, just about stays in. It is very accurate here from Yasin Shodi. He's done that on multiple occasions. Again, just using the bows. Beautifully done there. All facets of the game being challenged here. Brilliant rally again from the two Egyptians. On the volley, both players attack here. Smashing rally this. Mohammad Gohar has to make sure that he tries and takes these big points in his favor here. It can be psychologically draining, putting in so much effort, not getting the point. So he keeps this alive here. Big point in favor. Another magnificent rally. Look at the way that Yasin just keeps using the lob here, making Mohammad Gohar expel a lot of energy into those returns. This is very clever from Yasin Shodhi, almost playing this game at a walking pace, completely dictating the tempo. Mohammad Gohar has just been responding, yet to really use some of the shot making of his own in this point, but he stays alive, and it's been another epic point here between these two Egyptians. Magnificent squash on display here.
So whoever wins this point will definitely be really happy and will be pumped up. But again, this rally over 2 minutes now.
Again, both players exercising their patience, not looking to rip through here yet. And this is such a lengthy rally. My goodness me, both these players not looking. And this quickly, oh, it's unfortunate from Mohammad Gohar, and we talked about these big moments to try and go his way. Instead, it keeps on going in the way of the number 1 seed. The backhand well below the tin, and now a 3-point advantage for the number 1 seed.
I think it also talks about the stamina, because the kind of rally it was turning out to be, it was taking the energy out of both the players. That backhand didn't had enough power. Excellent shot there from Yasin. It was almost like a bluff. Picks it up nicely was Mohammad. Goes with the flat shot. Plays with soft hands, hits the tin, I guess.
And out. 4-6.
Gohar gets the point. Let's have a look once more in the replay.
Again, he had the opportunity here. Could have very easily executed that drop shot. Mohammad Gohar now serving at 4-6 now. Again, stays within touching distance. Cannot let that lead go any bigger here. Oh, both of them colliding with each other. It was accidental.
It's a... Yes, yes. Four, 6.
Yeah, we will replay that point. Fortunate end to the point. Again, we were seeing a long rally build up there. I think these two are just continuing to play these lengthy rallies. That one, shorter one.
As Gohar gets another point. It's the tin. And it's not the first time that has happened with Yasin today. Getting closer, Mohammad. And he'll be looking to win this game to keep himself alive. Otherwise, it's going to be very easy for Yasin. Somehow gets the racket on it.
Great reach there from Yasin. Deft backhand, well picked up. Oh, again, it's a backhand into the tin, and that's much better. This from Mohammad Gohar, forcing the errors. As you see, the dignitaries present. Great to see them showing up their support of squash here in Jaipur.
Out.
That's
And out.
the point won by Yasin. That went over the sidelines. Getting the lead back. Gets to the 7th point.
7, 6.
An important day here in Jaipur. Finals of HCL Squash India Tour. A lot of dignitaries are coming in.
Yasin. That forehand goes cross court. Oh, it's brilliant again from Yasin Shodhi.
And out. 7 out.
Forcing the error there is Mohammad Gohar. This is much better from the number 5 seed. He has dusted off the disappointment of the first game, playing with a lot more aggression, forcing those errors of Yasin Shodhi. Again, using that lob really well there. He's done that multiple, and he's so precise with it, making sure that very much in bounds. Gohar, quick response, very good reflexes there. So a couple of behind the back shots from the semi-finals from Mohammad Gohar yesterday. Just backpedaling on that occasion, just a bit of hesitation, but stays in the point. Has an opportunity to close that out instead with a drop shot. Good forehand, well picked up. This This is another epic point, and this was somewhere that Mohammad Gaur has to make sure he stays in it. Great response again. Very good reflexes there from Mohammad Gaur, showing his balance and his agility. And it's a
No red.
oh, Mohammad Gaur cannot
Mr. Gaur, you
believe
need to
it.
play those balls.
Looks crestfallen after yet another big effort point
He cleared.
not going his way.
He cleared you.
I think that replay is going to make some clarifications there.
Hand out. 8-7.
I think that's a fair call from the ref there. Mohammad Gaur might complain, but did look from the replay that Yasin Shodhi didn't do too much wrong there. 3 points away from a 2-0 lead in the final here. Oh, look at that for a pickup there from Yasin Shodhi. Almost had no right to get there, but he does with time to spare. The quickness across the court here. Again, the pickup very precise. On the top rally this. Looks to finish this off, but Mohammad Gaur stays in it. Hammers the forehand, brilliant. Well, Yasin Shodhi just looks a
9-7.
class above here. 9-7 in the second game. As soon as he hammers that, just becomes so difficult for Mohammad Gaur to pick that back up.
Two extremely important points coming in at a very crucial time in this round for Yasin Shodhi. Again, at a very decisive moment, generating that lead. 2 points away. Lead of 2 points. Again, turning out to be a rally here. He's ensured to continue the rally. This gives us an idea about the resilience these two players have. Both of them have been really good. First round win to Yasin. This has been a much better competed round between both the players.
Spot on there, Mohammad Gaur forced a lot more errors of Yasin Shodhi's racket. Those big points have often gone in the favor of the number 1 seed, and that's something that Mohammad Gaur will need to try and turn things around here. So all these rallies seem to be, as long as that we see, that kept low, good response there, well recovered from Gaur on that occasion. Shodhi again testing those lines. Keeps that in play again. It's the bluff there. Somehow picks that up. Great response again. Stays in somehow. Another brilliant rally here. What an advert this is for the HCL Squash India Tour 25-26. Yasin Shodhi. Oh, there's that hesitation there from Mohammad Gaur. Looks to play that as late as possible. Instead, it was a missed opportunity. And now Yasin Shodhi will be serving for the second game here. Look at that. Just catches the line. Oh, he just feels a bit unfortunate on that occasion. And now Yasin Shodhi will serve for the second game.
Yeah, slightly hesitant on that occasion. Goes with the serve. Yasin dominating again in this round. Sizable lead at this time, you can say. 3 points.
7-all and now 10-7. And he finishes it off again. Yasin Shodhi.
11-7 came to Shodhi.
Well, what a
Shodhi
performance.
2 games
4
lost.
points on the trot. Being 7-all. Yasin Shodhi takes the second game 11-7. And now Mohammad Gaur is under the pump here. 2 games down against the first seed. He will need a monumental comeback to try and get his way back into this contest. But he has to focus on the next game to keep his hopes alive in the finals. He has been overwhelmed on multiple occasions here up against the first seed. I think he would have expected these moments, these tough moments to go against him. But now it's all about how he bounces back.
As rightly mentioned, still a better fight than what we have seen in the second round. The first one was 11-5. Now it's 11-7. There were a few calls from the ref as well. I think most of the times he has been right. But let's have a quick look at the snippets of the previous round. That backhand was the area where Yasin was trying to expose Gaur again and again. But he had answers for that as well. But in those crucial times, in those rallies, it was Yasin who capitalized on most of the situations. And that's the reason why he never allowed Gaur to get that lead.
60 seconds.
That's the reason why he's seed number 1. The ability to bounce back, the ability to control the game. That's the reason why he has dominated this entire tournament from the very start.
Not dropping a game in the quarterfinals, doing the same in the semis. And he's 1 game away from being absolutely flawless in the knockouts. Yasin Shodhi, 1 game away from being crowned the men's champion of the HCL Squash India Tour 25-26. Once again, we'd like to thank our partners who have made this tournament possible. Huge shout out to Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Centre, The Whole Truth, and PSA World Tour. And a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes to make this tournament not just possible but a huge success. So we're all but set for the start of the third game. And from Mohammad Gore's point of view, he has to win this to stay alive in the finals. Yasin Shodhi, a game away from being champion.
The last time these two players played against each other, it was again Yasin Shodhi winning all 3 rounds. This could be repeating the history for Yasin Shodhi. He looked really confident as well before starting the game.
Rightfully so there. He is a tremendous squash player. Absolute joy to watch. Mohammad Gore, we've seen him enthrall the masses. What a shot that was. Both of them are pulling out the big tricks early on here. We've seen the first point being hotly contested on all 3 games so far. Lengthy rallies already. Keeps it low. It's brilliant from Yasin Shodhi. How he manages to take those big points from these lengthy rallies. It is not by luck. It's happening time and time again. Clutch player.
It's by practice. It's by experience. Both the players know each other as well. And that's the second point that he has won. He gets the lead again. 2-0.
Dangerous territory here for Mohammad Gore. Not the start that he was looking for. Has to make sure that keeps this alive. He can't. And it's 3 on the bounce here for Yasin Shodhi. Well, he seems to be running away with this. Brilliant from him. Look at that. The drop shot is so accurate. The post just on the side wall. Perfectly executed on the number 1 seed. How did he pick that up? It's absolutely ridiculous, but he can't do that on the second attempt. Mohammad Gore picks up his first point. Good disguise on that. Nearly got there. Ooh, I don't think that might have. It has just over the tin there. Just over. Back-to-back points there for Mohammad Gore. This is much better from the number 5 seed. Stay alive in this.
Just for a split second, we all got confused whether it has hit the tin or not. It's not the case. Second point for him. Now again, rally coming in. And Gohar will be looking to win this one. To get some momentum back. So far it's Yasin. He gets the momentum back. Levels up. 3-all.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Mohammad Gore. He's played some high quality shots and he'll need more of that. Look at that perfection on the squash court there. 3 apiece there and he's crashed that into the tin. That momentum has been stopped immediately from Yasin. Does very well. Yasin now with the 4-3 lead, 7 points away from the championship. And that backhand, he does that so well. That's the front wall and then the side wall overforces the error again. Far too much on it from Mohammad Gore. 5-3 lead here for the number 1 seed from Egypt.
Similar story what we have witnessed in the first round. The contest still goes on. Slightly tentative in his shot selections and you can just sense a change in the body language. Gohar is looking slightly underconfident now. That pressure is coming up.
From the right.
Same time, very difficult to handle that. Once the pressure creeps in, your effectiveness goes down.
Yeah, Ritik, the body language on that point was just telling from Mohammad Gore. His shoulders just slumped there. Something that he needs to pick it up as quickly as possible. He cannot let this one go. He should at least try and force the 4th game. Yasin Shodhi, the other hand, the near flawless there. And it's another unforced error. You can see Mohammad Gore now frustrated with himself, seeing those unforced errors in a crucial moment. And he's rightfully cross with himself. 4-point the lead. And Yasin 4 points away from the title.
Sizable lead. Very difficult to say now.
8-3.
Yasin Shodhi is looking a player who definitely is going to win this one.
Yep, pole position here now, Ritik. He is just
9-3.
accelerated. And you can see Mohammad Gore's body language. It does not look good. Almost resigned look from the number 5 seed as Yasin Shodhi is 2 points away. clinical from the number one seed. He's just been a cut above the competition, not dropping a game in the quarters, not dropping a game in the semi-finals. And now Yasin Shodhi has 7 championship points, serving for the match. He has been ruthless, he has been relentless, and now he serves for the match. Goa trying to keep this alive, and he can't, and it's Yasin Shodhi, the number one seed from Egypt, with a clinical display. Ruthless from Yasin Shodhi as he takes the final 11-5, 11-7 and 11-3 in commanding and comprehensive fashion. Commiserations to Mohammad Gohar, who's had a brilliant tournament which ends in the final, but it is Yasin Shodhi with the name on the trophy, the number one seed from Egypt, with a near perfect game in the final. Tremendous from him, and both the number one seeds, Noor Kafaji and Yasin Shodhi, have won their respective titles. Brilliant from the Egyptians on tour. They will be a happy bunch. They will be so proud to see their efforts being rewarded here. Yasin Shodhi near perfect in the quarterfinals, perfect in the semis, and continues his perfection in the finals. Congratulations to the winner of the men's HCL Squash India Tour 2025-26 finals. Congratulations to Yasin Shodhi. Well, what a tournament this has been at the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026. Once again, a huge shout out to our partners who have made this tournament an absolute success. The Squash Rackets Federation of India, Rajasthan High Performance Sports Training and Rehabilitation Centre, The Whole Truth, and the PSA World Tour. And a special shout out to Surbhi Mishra and all the supporting teams behind the scenes here as we show you the highlights of what has been a comprehensive win from Yasin Shodhi to be crowned the champion. Well, he forced quite a few errors. We saw a lot of long rallies in the early stages, and that just got short as the games went on. It was just Yasin just showing his class, finding those angles and making it as difficult as possible for Mohammad Gohar. Those big points went against the number 5 seed. Well, that's where Yasin Shodhi just showed his class. He just accelerated, found another gear. Incredible performance from the number 1 seed. Fantastic, and just seen some quality games throughout the 4 days of the HCL Squash India Tour 25-26 live at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur, and the 2 number 1 seeds, both from Egypt, have got their names on the trophy here. Congratulations to Noor Kafaji and Yasin Shodhi for showcasing just how good they have been in this tournament. Saw some tremendous rallies really, but those unforced errors, those big points going against Mohammad Gohar just drooped his shoulders a little bit. You could tell from the body language heading into the 3rd game. As those points went away from him, Gohar found it more and more difficult, and Yasin just kept putting the pressure on. You could see those decisions went against Mohammad Gohar. Felt that it was just a matter of time before Yasin Shodhi would have finished him off, and that's exactly what happened right towards the end. Some of those making, and he wrapped it up with a forehand winner right at the end. Perfect from Yasin Shodhi. There you have it, the winners have been crowned at the HCL Squash India Tour 2025-2026 as we take you straight to the presentation ceremony.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. We have just witnessed two excellent matches in the grand finale of HCL Squash India Tour 2025-26. Women's one was won by Noor Kafaji from Egypt, and in the men's division it was Yasin Shodi who has defeated his fellow countryman Mohammad Gohar. We have got with us Mr. Rajat Chandolia, Associate Vice President and Head of Brand Strategy at HCL. So you are involved with squash in India for a long time. What's the bigger vision, what's the bigger picture behind hosting these sort of tournaments?
Our journey with squash started in 2016. The idea was how to grow the ecosystem, the squash ecosystem in India. We are looking much more beyond than just regular sponsorships. Our idea is to develop the players, develop the sport, grow the sport, and our organization motto is or purpose is multiplying human potential. So we are looking at multiplying potential of squash athletes and the sport itself.
Has been a terrific pipeline for squash players coming out from India, that's for sure. HCL has played a very important role, very elemental role. So in your own perspective, in the last few years, how you can describe the growth of squash in India?
No, the growth of squash in India, especially in the last 5-6 years, has been tremendous. I think we had the likes of course, Saurav and Saurav Ghoshal, Joshna, Deepika, all these people were there, but I think the pipeline is quite strong as of now. And we are also making efforts to build the pipeline along with the Squash Rackets Federation of India. I think the partnership is more, or rather, it is not just about the players, but it is also about coaches, referees, maybe looking at grassroots development and so on. So I think we are trying to bring in things step by step. It will be a long haul, yes, but I think we are looking forward to that.
One good thing we have seen with these international tournaments is the kind of exposure, especially Indian players get. How important in squash is to get the international exposure? For example, playing with players like Yasin from Egypt, playing with players like Noor. How important it is for Indian players?
No, I think it's just not about squash specifically, but any sport, for that matter. You have to play with. I'm not saying international, but yes, people above you, and of course, there are players from different parts of the world. So it's very important because that will give you more details on how the other players are playing, how they are training. When the Indian players are going abroad to play, they are playing in different conditions. The idea for the Indian Squash Tour was that if we do more tournaments here at the home turf, we will get a lot of advantage. we will have players from Egypt and all of that also come here, and it will not be pinching on the players' monetary kind of thing, right? So I think that was the vision, and I think players are developing. We just saw Tanvi, who has been an international athlete for a long time, got injured, but she's coming back, she's raring to go, and I think it will definitely help a lot of Indian players.
Yes, one final question. If you can just give us some insights on the future developments of HCL at the grassroots level, specifically for squash.
Sure. Apart from, like I said, these tournaments, we are also looking at the pipeline building. So 2 parts to that. One is how do we, let's say, maybe identify the next talent or next group of talent, and how do we provide opportunities for them to, let's say, get coaching from international coaches, go to international tournaments. So that is one part to it. The second part is how do you build the grassroots, right? And for that, I think schools are the best way to go about it. So we are devising a strategy to, go into schools. The problem is that, of course, squash requires infra, courts. So we are figuring out innovative and creative ways to do that. At least to tell people that it's a game. It's one of the fittest games. It's called the physical chess. So there are a lot of advantages, and I think people should start playing squash.
Thank you for having this conversation, sir. Thank you. So now we'll be heading straight for the award ceremony.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. I'd like to welcome you all to this HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour Jaipur Leg 2025. It was a wonderful championship, and my name is Sumit Goyal on behalf of HCL and Squash Rackets Federation of India. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the closing ceremony of a Jaipur leg of the HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour. It was an amazing championship throughout the tournament. Let's begin with a huge round of applause for all the players who have showcased their dedication towards this sport. We witnessed some action-packed matches between 50 players from 10 different countries, naming Egypt, Sri Lanka, Japan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Canada, China, Kuwait, South Korea, and India definitely. Competing for the prize money of 9,000 US dollar, which is approximately 8 lakh rupees INR, which is Indian rupees. Now, we will just like to wish the winners, and we know the results coming out soon for all of you. All thanks to HCL, SRFI, Sports Authority of India, SAI, Rajasthan Squash Rackets Association for enabling this PSA tournament to run smoothly. This enhanced the experience for all the young squash champions who participated in this tournament. Now, the main motive to organize this tournament was to showcase the Indian players with the global knowledge, the global sport, and obviously we've got the 9 more countries participating apart from India in this tournament. Now, if I may request the first guest right now, Mr. Rajat Chandolia, the Associate Vice President of Brand and Strategy, HCL Group to please come up here at the presentation stage and say a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure to be here. Again, in Jaipur after, I think, 2019. That was the first PSA that we did here. Glad to be back. We have seen a lot of great action over the last 5 days. And deservedly, I think the best players have won. HCL Squash, the journey started in 2016 with a lot of junior tournaments that we were doing. But I think in 2019, the focus changed and we said that, Indian squash has a great potential. A lot of good players coming in. So we are looking to do get a lot of medals. So why don't we just do something for Indian squash, which is helping the ecosystem, not just the players, coaches, referees, and the upcoming players also. So that's what we did, and I think after 6 years, we have seen great results happening in Commonwealth Games, Asian Games. Great news is it's part of the Olympics now, 2028. So we are, of course, looking at that road to LA, and we would like to have the Indian players qualify for that, and then we'll, of course, see how to do the fair. So I think that's the intention. Squash Rackets Federation of India has been a great partner for us with a lot of, I would say, right things that we are doing for the players and the ecosystem. Look forward to many such events going forward. We have a lineup of 5 more PSA events in different parts of the country. It will help the players. It will help the ecosystem as such. So thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mr. Rajat Chandolia, the Associate Vice President of Brand and Strategy at HCL Group. And now, if I may request your favorite, and we all know when we're going to call her, it'll be the thunderous applause coming through the way. That's Surbhi Misra, the Vice President, Squash Rackets Federation of India, to please come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming over to the prize distribution and coming over for the last 5 days, watching the best squash that can happen in Jaipur right now. I would like to firstly thank HCL for being our partner, and the Sports and Youth Affairs Ministry of India, SAI, and last but not the least, the Rajasthan government, the Rajasthan State Sports Council, who've given us this beautiful venue, and we've been churning out some very good junior players, and we look forward to their support always. And the main thank yous for today is Dr. Arun Chaturvedi uncle, who just said yes to me in a span of 5 minutes when I called him up. Thank you so much, uncle, for coming. And Secretary Rajasthan State Sports Council, Rajinder Singh ji, for joining us for this squash. I hope you all enjoyed. I look forward to see you next time. Hopefully, Rajat, we make this a $15,000 and $15,000, and we can have lot more players playing from Rajasthan and India. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Surbhi. Those was the words of wisdom, and I got to know the intentions behind this HCL Squash and PSA Challenger too, that they're preparing our Indian players for the Olympic 2028, as was Mr. Rajat said. So now, if I may request our guest of honor to please join us here at the presentation area, Mr. Rajendra Singh Sisodia, the Secretary of Rajasthan State Sports Council, to please come up here. Can we have a big round of applause? And to welcome Mr. Rajendra ji, we'd like to request Surbhi Misra to please present the bouquet to our guest of honor. Thank you so much for your time and the precious time, in fact. And I would like to request Surbhi to please present the memento as the part of this moment, a small tribute from our side. Thank you, Surbhi. And now, if I may request our guest Mr. Rajendra Singh Sisodia, to just say a few words, how you look this tournament happened and what are your views to take this forward for many years and how is this going to help our players to take the sport on a global level and their skills and everything?
Thank you, sir. It's a great honor to me to be over here. Thank you to Kuldeep sir and Surbhi ma'am. First of all, I welcome to Honorable Sir Chaturvedi sir and Chairman is Rajasthan Cricket Association and all the participants who joined this tournament, PSA tournament. And Sports Council has always been a part of to promote the such kind of events. And I hope you have all enjoyed here. And I wish to all the participants came from the across the world. Thank you for being here and thanks from my side to you all.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That was our guest of honor, Dr. Rajendra Singh Sisodia, Secretary, Rajasthan State Sports Council. And now it's time to invite here at the presentation area our chief guest, Dr. Arun Chaturvedi. If I may request sir to please come up here. He's the Chairman Finance Commission of Rajasthan to please be here. And to welcome him, we'd like to Mr. Rajat to please present the bouquet to Dr. Arun Chaturvedi for his precious time. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And I'd like to request Surbhi to please present the memento to Dr. Arun Chaturvedi, the Chairman, Finance Commission of Rajasthan. Very quickly, sir, before we go ahead for the awards and the trophies, I'd like you to say something बच्चों के प्रोत्साहन के लिए, इस स्पोर्ट्स के लिए, इस टूर के लिए, इस एक्टिविटी के लिए, इस जगह के लिए.
Thank you. I welcome to Mr. Rajat Sen, Surbhi and Rajendra Singh Sisodia. Really, Surbhi has given me the opportunity to interact with you and see this event here. First of all, welcome to all the participants who have come from different countries. Like 50 countries participants have participated here. मैं भारत राजस्थान के और जयपुर के जनप्रतिनिधि के नाते being the public representative of Jaipur, I welcome all the participants who have come from the different parts of the world. You have taken part in this game. मैं इतना कह सकती हूँ स्क्वैश एक ऐसा खेल है जिसमें अपन सब मिलजुल करके एक एक इवेंट के नाते अपनी मेहनत के साथ अपनी चीज़ खड़ा करने का काम करते हैं. मुझे पर्सनली कोई बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस इसका नहीं है. मैं सुरभि को बता रहा था कि मैं खेला हूँ तो केवल इतना कि एज ए बस शौकिया कह सकते हैं तो स्क्वैश को रैकेट पकड़ना बैठ जानता हूँ. लेकिन जयपुर के लिए सुरभि पूरे राजस्थान स्क्वैश RSR को और फिर स्पोर्ट्स काउंसिल को दोनों को मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा कि इस इवेंट को अपन ने यहाँ करा करके पिंक सिटी को पहचान दी है, जयपुर को पहचान दी, भारत को पहचान दी. इस इवेंट के माध्यम से हम अपनी जयपुर की तैयारियों को बता सकते हैं और सारे दुनिया में इस बात का एक मैसेज आता है कि जयपुर इस बात के लिए प्रिपेयर है कि वर्ल्ड लेवल के इवेंट्स को भी हम कर सकते हैं. कल साई को इसका पता चलेगा, स्क्वैश के बाकी जितने भी वर्ल्ड वाइड एसोसिएशन हैं उनको भी इसकी नॉलेज होगी. और फॉर फ्यूचर ऑफ स्क्वैश इन राजस्थान definitely this event will give up the boost to all of us. I again thanks to the organizers of this team, Surbhi, Rajat and the Sai and the Sports Council of India who have contributed in this function. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपके इन कीमती शब्दों का. बच्चों को जरूर इससे प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा एंड we are definitely looking forward to Olympics as this has been introduced there, and this is all just the preparation, sir. This is just the beginning for HCL Squash and PSA Challenger Tour. This is the first event happening, and now we are doing this event in the following cities as well, which is going to be Mumbai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Chennai and Delhi as well. So we will be doing this HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour in different cities to give the players a motivation. And now as you all are here at the presentation area, it's now time to announce the winners for the female, the women's category. And the runner-up is, ladies and gentlemen, can I hear it loud? Everybody from India, that's Tanvi Khanna. Everybody give it up for her. Tanvi Khanna, the runner-up in the women's category from India. For HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2025, the Jaipur leg. Thank you, Tanvi. If I may just quickly want you to share your experience. How was it? What was you expecting? How was the competition between the players, the game, and how are you feeling definitely right now?
I think it was a really good final, and obviously I'm disappointed that I couldn't win, but I feel like I learned a lot from this match. Just having my coach Dhruv with me, it was very important. It really helped me because usually I don't get to have his support when I travel abroad. But I'm just really motivated and excited to see how the next few tournaments go. And a big thank you to Surbi for organizing this amazing event, and HCL, as well as the Indian Federation and government, because it's really good for us to have tournaments in India and not have to travel like so often abroad for the events. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, from India, that's the runner-up for women's category, Tanvi Khanna. And now it's time to announce the winner for the same category. The winner for the women's category for HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour goes to Noor Khagafi. Everybody give it up from Egypt. Noor Khafagi to please come up. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the women's category HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour, that's Noor Khafagi from Egypt. And now very quickly, if I may just ask Noor to say a few words. We can understand, kids, it happens, but yes, they'll be fine in some time. Noor, what do you have to say about this tournament, your experience here in India, about the HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour and the game?
I'm so happy to win here today. This 9K event, the venue here is amazing, the courts are nice, and everyone here is really friendly. I'm really happy to have won this tournament and this title. I hope it's first of many more, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Oh, that was a great experience. Best of luck for the future games and many, many congratulations to you for this time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, after the women's category, it's now time to give the trophies to the men's category. Now, the runner-up for the men's category, HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour, it goes to Mohammad Gohar from Egypt. To please come up here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mohammad Gohar, the runner-up for the men's category of HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour, Jaipur Leg 2025. Mohammad, very quickly, we'd just like to have a quick bite from you. How was your experience for this tour? How did you enjoy India and the players, the competition level? Please.
It was a great tournament. It was we really appreciate your support from HCL and Indian Squash Federation. It was a great tournament. We really appreciate the support you give for the sport. I would also like to say that we really enjoyed the country itself. Jaipur is a really beautiful city. It's an exciting one. But yeah, I would like to congratulate Yassine. He had a really great tournament. I couldn't give my best in the final. I was a bit tired, but all credits to him. He had a really good match. He had a really great performance. I would also like to thank my coaches and everyone for their support. We had a great 2 weeks back-to-back tournaments. I had last week and this week. So I really would like to thank my sponsors for this, my coaches also, and everyone for their support, and for my family and friends for their support for this. And yeah, we thank you for this.
We give you best of luck from India for your future matches and the future sport. You play good and well, and stay healthy playing this sport, and just get the trophies and the awards for your country. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce the winner for the men's category for HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour. It goes to Yasin Shohdi from Egypt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the winner here, Yasin Shohdi from Egypt for HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour, Jaipur leg 2025. Yasin, before you go, we'll definitely be having a quick word with you. You stay there and we'll give you the mic. So I'll be asking you first question and then I'll leave it to you how to answer. The question was it really easy to play the Indian players here at this court? Did you find it really easy playing, or was it a tough competition between the Indian players and the rest of the countries?
No. It wasn't easy at all. I think the Indian player I played in the first round, he's the only player to take a game off me in the whole tournament. So yeah, he's a really good player. And yeah, I'm really thankful I won the tournament.
And if you want to tell us how about this tournament, what did you like about this tournament, the sport, and the exposure you felt with the rest of the 9 countries playing with all together at the same place in this tour, and about your game, this trophy, this winning moment, please tell us.
Yeah, I really want to thank the promoters and the sponsors for this tournament. They really made us feel welcome here. And the crowd too, they were really fun and exciting. And yeah, I'm just happy. This is my first 9K tournament. I'm just really happy, and I'm thankful to my sponsors and my team.
Well, best of luck and many congratulations for your win today for this tournament. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Yasin Shohdi from Egypt, the winner for the men's category for HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour. And with this, I'd like all the winners, the runner-ups and the winners to please, can we all join us here? Yasin, Mohammad Gohar, Noor and Tanvi. All 4 winners to please, the winners and the runner-ups to please be here for a group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands up for this wonderful photo, a memory made out of here. For Jaipur leg HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2025, we've got the runner-ups and the winners together. And we've got our guest of honor, we've got our chief guest, we've got Surbi, and we've got Mr. Rajat as well from HCL. And now, if I may just request the winners to stay there. Tanvi and, yes, Mohammed. Thank you, and if we can just have the runner-ups together. Only the runner-ups, okay, after this. They're feeling quite happy about it now. Thank you so much. We would like to give thanks to our chief guest, our guest of honor. We'd like to thank Mr. Rajat. We'd like to thank Surbi for this wonderful time. This brings us to the end of the closing ceremony for Jaipur leg of HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour. On behalf of HCL and SRFI, I'd like to express my heartiest gratitude to all the partners, those who have come together to make this tournament a success. the Rajasthan Squash Rackets Association, Rajasthan High Performance Center, who have been our physiotherapy partner, and the Whole Truth, our nutrition partner. We would like to thank all the players for their dedication and would like to thank the referees as well for their time and their precision. Mr. Dheeraj Singh, Lakshman Joshi, Dikshanta Sharma, Mohammad Sabir, Anjali Kumari, Anjali Soni for their time. Subramanyam, Akash, Subbu and all the staff, coaches, volunteers at the Rajasthan Squash Academy for their hard work. Looking forward to see you all in the upcoming events. Have a great year ahead. Keep playing. Thank you.